Hi, I'm Mark. This is my May review for Libra Sun sign and Libra rising. This month we have 3 planets going retrograde. We have our first eclipse of the year and we have a few difficult aspects that need to overcome. First of all, we look at our first planet that's retrograde, and that's Pluto in the first. Pluto is retrograde in your 4th house. Now when a planet's retrograde, we can still work with the energies because they're going inward. We can still work with them and develop ourselves through their energies. And the lesson to learn with Pluto in the 4th house is developing your personality so that you can feel secure in who you are. Also developing your home environment so it's a place where you have higher values, truth and compassion. On the first, Venus makes a conjunction with the black moon Lilith. These two are like twins. Venus is the light twin, Lilith is the dark twin. But they do bring opportunities and they work very well together. This is probably the best aspect that black moon Lilith can have. Neptune makes a positive aspect to both of them on the 2nd. So this is going to change things slightly. With Venus, you could find that you have a spiritual kind of love like you've never experienced before. With the black moon Lilith and Neptune, there could be a fantasy, exciting fantasy, but it's just pure fantasy and nothing else. Neptune is in the 6th house, and the aspect to the black moon lasts to the 23rd. So this may entice you to escape from reality, especially in your day-to-day routines, because Neptune's in your 6th house. You may be avoiding things and retreating from things, but try not to do this. Focus on the issues of the 6th house: health, diet, exercise, and your organised daily routines. On the 2nd, we have what many astrologers would call an unlucky or very difficult aspect. But it's not, it's just that it brings up issues that are hard to face, hard to deal with. Saturn's in your 5th house, so there could be issues to do with love, could be issues to do with children, or your self-expression, how you express yourself creatively. There could be a blockage in this area. But whatever it is, you need to deal with these things and face them. On the 3rd, Mercury makes an aspect to Jupiter, which is normally pretty good, but they're both at 29 degrees, so they've lost all their strength, all their power, so it'd be hard pressed to get anything out of them. On the 4th, Mercury moves into your fellow air sign of Gemini, and this is good because it'll be a good month ahead as Venus and the Sun also move into Gemini as well. On the 6th, there's an unusual aspect where the Sun makes a conjunction with Cupido, who's Cupid. And so you may be drawn magnetically or magically to someone on a day like this. Venus also makes a positive aspect to Pluto, so emotions will be very, very intense. On the 8th, Venus does the same as Mercury, makes that aspect to Jupiter, and you won't be able to get much out of them. But then Venus moves into the 9th house and Gemini on the 9th. On the 10th, Mars makes an aspect to Uranus, and it lasts for 4 days, but it can bring unrest and discontent. It's a positive aspect, but it can still bring some negative issues with it. Mars is in your 10th house of career, so you can be dissatisfied with your career or your path ahead. And things may not be going too well for you. But there is good news, because on that day, Mercury makes a conjunction with the Moon's North Node. This is a time to plan and strategize, to plan out your future. It's a time to change your awareness from the old way of thinking to a new progressive way of thinking. It's also good to think big, listen to other people, listen to your inner voice, and there could be some signs that could help change that dissatisfaction you have with Mars in that 10th house. On the 11th, we have a new moon in Taurus, and it's in your 8th house. Now the new moon in the 8th house is all about self-empowerment, self-mastery, driving yourself forward, making changes within your personality. It's also going to make you more aware of what's going on around you. You'll be able to read into things much better. Your intuition will be sharpened. It's also good for heightened intimacy and sharing within relationships. It's also good for financial planning and accounting and budgeting. With Taurus, the new moon is about connecting to the earth, connecting to Mother Nature. So it's a good time to do gardening or go outside within your area to experience nature. There's one thing you need to be aware of. On the same day, the new moon is conjunct the dark moon Lilith. So this could bring up something from the past. A fear may resurface. So it's good to observe this and to see what happens and then deal with any issues it may bring up. On the 12th, your senses will be heightened even more because the Sun makes a positive aspect to Neptune. So this will increase your sensitivity and your compassion to others. It's a good time to help other people. And Mercury is in a positive aspect to Saturn, so you'll be able to listen to other people and counsel them well. And on the 14th, Jupiter moves into Pisces and will be there for a good month. So it's a good time to start expanding in that 6th house area and using Jupiter's good fortune to improve your health, diet, fitness and your daily routines. Then on the 16th, the Sun makes a positive aspect to Pluto. And this is great for getting things done. Pluto's in your 4th house of the home, so get things done around the home. Any jobs that are left unfinished, get them finished now. Between the 17th and the 19th, Venus makes 3 positive aspects. The first, on the 17th, is a conjunction with the North Node in your 9th house. The North Node is our destiny, our spiritual way forward. Venus is our desires and how we manifest them. This is a good time to manifest the desires that will be in keeping with your spiritual way forward. These relate to the 9th house. They could be to do with travel, they could be to do with learning, they could be to do with your beliefs or philosophy, they could be to do with teaching. But there's also a karmic connection. This connection is with someone from another culture or from another country. Then on the 18th, there's a positive aspect to Chiron. Now, with this position, you'll be able to see the good and the beauty in everything. This is a great day to feel pleasant about everything. Then on the 19th, there's a trine aspect to Saturn. Now this is good because Saturn's in your 5th house. So this means that you could very much get on well with people, especially people in authority, teachers. It's very good to discuss things and you won't be afraid to bring issues out into the open if you wanted to. And it's about self-expression as well, because Saturn's in that 5th house of creativity and self-expression and also love. You'll be able to talk about love and relationships on that day. On the 21st, the Sun moves into Gemini and immediately makes a square to Jupiter. Now this time it'll be maximum impact because both the Sun and Jupiter are at 0 degrees. So this is maximum strength a planet can have in a sign. Jupiter's in the 6th house, so your daily work and routines will benefit greatly from this. The Sun is in the 9th house, which is Jupiter's house. So again, there'll be opportunities to learn, there'll be opportunities to move forward with this aspect. There is a Mercury aspect on the same day to Neptune, and it's a little bit like Mercury retrograde, this aspect, but you just need to be open and honest in all communications. No secrets, no misunderstandings will happen if you're open and honest. On the 23rd, we have our second planet going retrograde this month. This time it's Saturn. Saturn's in your 5th house, and the lessons to be learned when Saturn is retrograde in the 5th are about responsibilities in love and with children. Also creativity. Creativity must be for its own sake and not to reflect your personality or individuality. On the 25th there's another creative aspect because Neptune conjuncts Pallas. Now these two together are fantastic because we have the imagination and creativity of Neptune, the strategy and wisdom of Pallas, and together this is going to be great because this is in your 6th house. So whatever you're working with or whatever you do in your daily routines, you can add strategy, planning and be very creative. This is great if you work in creative industries like design, because your visualization will be much better. Also, you'll get flashes of insight and inspiration from these two coming together. There's one thing you need to be aware of, because this aspect lasts until 4th of June, between the 26th and the 29th of May. The conjunction is squared by both Venus and Mercury. So there could be a little bit of a hold up, there could be a blockage during that time, but that will soon be overcome and you can carry on with the creative work. On the 26th, it's an exciting day because we not only have our first eclipse of the year, we also have the Sun making a conjunction with the North Node. Now this will give you a big surge of creativity. This will go well with the Neptune-Pallas conjunction and also help to align you with your future path. Now the eclipse is in Sagittarius and it belongs to the Saras 5 North series. And this series is very different because it's associated with hunches, with dreams, with visions, with insights from the unconscious or the psychic realms. And these can help you because you have to act on them. If you get a hunch or you have a dream, you must act on this because it's important to your spiritual way forward and your new path. The other thing about this eclipse is that it's in Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is about a quest for something new, a quest for adventure as well. Now, the only thing that's going to bring you down to earth is because this eclipse is in your 3rd house. So the 3rd house means you need to attune yourself with things you may have let go recently, the mundane things like paperwork, phone calls, emails. You may have been doing so many other things that you didn't have time to do them. You just have to catch up now and get these done so that you can get back to your creative side as soon as possible. There could be an important errand to run, there could be an important letter or email arriving, so these need to be given your full attention. On the 29th, Mars adds his physical energy and strength to the Neptune-Pallas conjunction. So this is good because you've got the physical side now with the creative side and the strategy and planning side. So this is great. Mars is in your house of career. So the career ties in now, or your path of destiny ties in with the everyday routines and things that you're doing and making good use of. Mars will also help you to be more understanding of others, more compassionate of other people's viewpoints. So this is good as well. Then on the 29th as well, we have the last of our 3 planets going retrograde. This time it's Mercury. Now we spoke about how the energy goes within, but you can still work with it. And there's a lesson to be learned with Mercury in the 9th house retrograde. And the lesson is to search for truth, and higher knowledge and learning. Also to be understanding and to be respectful of everyone's religion and beliefs. Also in the 9th house, it's about developing and expanding and growing your mind. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. If you'd like to leave a message, I'd love to hear from you.